started off to say that day one of CoD Champs were ended on a great note with some of the so surprising updates we've seen so far, noted complexity, beating Optic, and that consistency continued over the next few days. Even though most of the brackets had been solidified, we still had the bracket play itself started later in the day. That being said, I want to go off a little tangent a bit because there has been, I don't know, I feel like this has to be said. On Twitter yesterday, after watching Optic versus Envy, I said on Twitter that Optic's failures in S&D will cost them CoD champs. I still believe that. Weirdly, I say that, but I also say this: they can still improve. They can still work this back together. It's the four have worked for each other for almost over a year, and I'm not saying they need to break apart because this could be the best they have between the four of them. The tournament right now showed that they've done so well working Respawn. It only lost really 2 respawns in the tournament, but they've only won out of 5 S&D games, one, and that was against Panda, which they ended up 3-0 pretty easily. I don't know if they try to translate their aggressiveness. It seems half the S&D they try to translate their aggressiveness, and a lot of the teams that they face notice that early on and do a good job, especially Envy against Optic, where Optic were getting around behind them as they were making forward pushes toward mid-map and fringe and making those plays, getting those 2 or 3 pieces off them. And noted Activate is one of the best players at that, even better than Scum. Scump is a raw slaying talent. He will slay the life out of you. But what Athlete has over Scump is the intellect in how he slays. He doesn't get the numbers as much as Scump does, but he knows when to flank. He knows when to work around and find a way to get the sly, impactful kills. Call me crazy even more than Scump does. And that's been an issue overwhelmingly lately for this Optic team. And now when they faced up against Envy, beating them 3-1, it was beating Optic 3-1, it showed how really much more focus, how much more balance Envy actually is than Optic. Because I looked at it in a sense now as one was a top AR slayer. Scump's a good slayer. Some sort of epic slayer that get great numbers, that can even can make one bad player's day moot, as he can go double positive. But the problem is, in the slaying department, Crim6 has not come through for them, and you see in the game after it, you see the frustration, you see it, and they put so much work into these moments, but two things come into notice. Karma doesn't have doesn't have a comfortable gun. He's been all over the place with different guns. He even used the XR2 at one point. I thought he would stay with the Shiva, but as good as he is with the Shiva, most people in that band of protects are starting to ban it more. So that's leaving him playing other guns, which is more basic to the fact that I've Call of Duty standards with the MAA4 or with the VMP, Common seem comfortable with that, which is why also they like to go too conventional sometimes, and that is a little bit troubling. I like forming with the Shiva. Forming with the Shiva during some matches against mostly Panda were amazing, in which they should get the opportunity again to use the Shiva throughout the rest of this day. When we come up to day 3, you should take it. More Shiva use from the guy. His shots are more fluid than even Karma's on the Shiva. I think Karma's pretty good with Shiva. I think right now that's his only gun he can stay consistent with. I feel like a lot of the slaying is Scumpy. Informer does alone. But you need a third person to really help you out with that, and you need a fourth person who can make up the dirty plays, the plays that you don't, the gritty plays. I'm sorry, not dirty, but gritty plays, that the small stuff that you use to see out of a great player. That being said, there's two force. There isn't a third good Slayer like you see on Envy with John. And I hate saying that because Karma's the greatest support player of all time. Cream 6 is a great in-game leader, but when they come up with a team who is as smart as them and is more dangerous at slaying now, because Indy, to me right now, is the better slaying team. John and Slasher is definitely slaying great slayers on their own abilities. JCap can be the fourth, can be the intellect guy that can make the moves like he did on Fringe, did in an uplink, making enough moves to move around. No, it was capture the flag. Fringe captured the flag, where he made moves to help get to 10 and get around Optic's final push towards their flag to get the win. And someone slaying has to be consistently pushed up between the two. And I here's the thing about Optic. When pushed against the wall, they've had ability to pull it off in different matches. They have to do that for a weekend battle. This is their first time being in the loser bracket all year. They could have had an opportunity to do that at stage 2, but that was in the elimination. But I wouldn't say this is new territory for them, but for the four together like this is new territory. And it has happened before, where the loser bracket room has been made throughout the weekend. It's said to be done before, but I'll be honest with you, their issue in S&D is so problematic that I said it again, I would back this up. If Fuse don't need to worry too much, they'll still lose. I still think Optic beat them 3-1 because they're such a they're still a top respawn team. They still did well enough to beat Envy pretty handily at hard point, and it took a crazy move by JCap to really eke it out and capture the flag. So it's not like Optics big trouble, but they're in big trouble because their S&D, they couldn't even. Okay, Complexity is a great S&D team. Thing is though, they should have dealt with them still because of how they're prestige, how good they are, how Optic can really slay a person. But the thing is, with 500 S&D, it's more about valuing your life rather than taking out theirs. That you can pull off great S&D sets by just staying alive, making the move towards bombs, and just letting them be, and just being smart around you and being aware, but staying alive. And choosing your battles about being aggressive or not, and that's been a big issue with Optic up throughout the S&D. They only lost 2 sweet spots. Both of them were up. Well, one was uplink, the other was captured the flag. They're undefeated on the hard point. Which is most of the hard point maps are washes for them. They're a better hard point team than FaZe. They're the top hard point team without a doubt. They've always shown that. But just they need. I feel like I'm confident they'll get it together and move it and have a solid losers bracket run. But can they improve their S&D game enough to really make a title run? because Envy and FaZe and Rise are showing up. They have this, especially FaZe. My goodness, FaZe has never showed up like this to a tournament all year, and they are showing up. They're looking great. They're looking fantastic. Clayster, maybe at his best he's been since CoD Champs and AW. And look what happened there when he was with Denial. Him, replays, Attach, and JCap took it, won the title, and leave your best for last, I guess. I mean, there's UMG Orlando after this, but really, this is the tournament. This is the tournament people remember the most. And we all thought this could be the team. Everything looks like was all covered, right? That they finally found the perfect team for Respawn. If you can make a lot of change, which I honestly don't believe we need to, maybe probably get an S&D legend, get the S&D, an up-and-coming S&D guy in, possibly like a CoD Havoc, or an Attach, or a diverse Slayer / S&D savant that can really help out with kills on Respawn and really can really help your S&D game better, because people said, I understand hearing during the time of the weekend during the tournament saying that Optic was the #1 S&D team in Stage 2. What? Wait, my mind's blown right there, because they didn't look good in S&D Stage 2 finals. And to be honest, even though they were winning S&D matches in Orlando, they still had to do some desperate 1v3 clutches most of the time. They really, and that can only last so long. As in, when you have a team like Luminosity, Luminosity and Elevate, who are overall balanced S&D teams, they really have set pieces to really overwhelm from the beginning and feel comfortable throughout. Even if they lose a map or two, they have that throughout every map that starts it. We're going to take a certain spot in a map and then really overwhelm you at the very end, and even if you take a map or two off us, you're going to lose. Optics that way in Respawn, for the most part. Well, yeah, they are that way in Respawn, but in S&D, it just feels like it's going to be too much of a roller coaster ride, and that gives issues to them. So, alright, I'm confident they can still make a solid losers bracket run, but they have to improve the S&D game more than ever. How? Again, that's up to them. The work needs to be done. Anyway, that being said, more on day 2. Day 2 was a bit more messy in the presentation. Audio was on and off. Visuals got weird at times. And it was not... The presentation could have been better for day 2. But again, the matches were great. Cloud9, Cole in the brackets round 1. Wow. Elevate versus TK, that bracket match was amazing too. The Elevate needed a type of win where they could work themselves back. They were down 2 with the TK. I told my friend on Twitch that I really was believing the TK train, and TK, props to them, they almost pulled it off. They almost pulled off one of the bigger upset wins in the tournament that could really keep them in the winner's bracket, but Elevate pulled it together, took the win as they should. They're overall the better, more chemistry team, and moved on. TK is going to be dangerous in the loser's bracket. Check that loser's bracket. They get past complexity. I know they could be a team like an LG maybe, or C9, and it's about getting past complexity. Now, Bad Games still is Fab Game has their first true test coming up today in Splice. Fab Games looked good yesterday, taking out Epsilon. Epsilon's a very chemistry-filled group. Moose, among others, veterans of Call of Duty, and Fab Games surprised people and took them out. They're still growing. Um, Rise looks good as usual, nothing unusual there. They're facing LG today. And the game of the day was game of the day for me, just because I didn't watch all of Complexity T9 was TK Elevate. That comeback was real on them. Goonjar's tried he may really took it out, really took it as far as he could, but that team performance that you see a lot about a good land run by Elevate really came out of them and really packaged together that match to really pull out the upset. They pulled it away. They pulled it out in the Search and Destroy where really at one point was looking weird for them, but they turned on the light. Aqua was getting those smart kills. Even Nagafen was outstanding in Search and Destroy, and he says he's the best Search and Destroy player around. He's one of the most. He is a veteran Search and Destroy player that he's a top guy. I don't know if you exactly call him the best. I think right now for me it's Colt, Attach, then Naga. But he's trying to make that acquisition. He had a great Search and Destroy that helped out the big TK. And I feel like for the most part, Elevate takes out C9. They're back in the semifinal again. It's crazy. But FaZe and Envy. Envy looks good. Envy looks like the team to beat, but they look good too. They haven't lost the map yet. Now that's gonna end. If FaZe 3-0's Envy, FaZe has his turn in the box. Because they 3-0 the top team right now in Envy, my goodness. I don't know what to think then. LG's ride is, I don't know how long that ride's gonna go for them. They barely beat Allegiance, which I thought they should beat handily. I think overall they're more talented than Allegiance, so I think that's going to end Rise. Infused. So when you look at this losers bracket, HG's runs over. I think Epsilon's going to take them out. They had such an emotional 3-0 series against Splice. I don't know if they have enough left in the tank. Bance and Raiden really took it out of them in that uplink. They really decimated HG in that uplink. Bance started 20-2. They were decimated. It was a puff stop to the point where I don't know if the players at HG could really recover from something like that. So I got Epsilon moving on. I got OG being Infused. Like I said, if Infused takes the S&D off them, which I think they will, Infused could have a legit chance to get it to a game like it. But they need to take S&D off them, which they have the best possible chance of doing. I got Allegiance on Millennium. They're good enough to beat Millennium, but it's going to be a close one. It could go either way. Same with TK and Cole. I think TK beats Cole, but again, that's not bottom worthy. And a very good S&D match when you're thinking about Parasite and Havoc versus Goonjar and Happy. The guys who really been stars in S&D all weekend. So that's my day 2 recap, my day 3 preview. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like on the video if you really enjoyed it. Leave a comment to help expand the channel. This is Big Man, so I hope you have a good day and peace.